Okay, here is the setup for the outputs here. This will be the display output. This is the opponent up here, and this would be your missile base right here. The green is the home missile base, and the red is the offense coming down. Green's defense. And okay, now it's time to build the circuitry to run all this. Okay, now next we want to think about the kind of circuitry that's going to run the LEDs. And I think something like this would work using NPN transistors. If we make inverters, I'm going to use 330 ohm resistors because I have a lot of those. I'm going to use 10K for the base here. And I'm going to use some value of capacitor here and a resistor here. And that goes into the base of the next transistor. And just goes right down the line like that. And it'll just keep on going right down the line, just keep on adding on. So that's the circuitry I'm going to build right there. Inverters that are coupled from the one stage to the next with a capacitor and a resistor. And this resistor is necessary in order to keep a clean output. Without the resistance in here, between the capacitor and the base of the next transistor, when you get down the line here, you get a lot of amplification going on. So any small change in here is going to be amplified way down here, and the lights are going to come on automatically. And we don't want that. Oh, by the way, the lights would have to come on also. This would be the LEDs right here. That's the actual LEDs. And they would come off the collector. And so on. So we're going to go ahead and build this, and I have to build for every one of these small lights right here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 per column here, 10 per column there. And that's actually 5 per red lights on one column and 5 per green. And so that's what we're going to get built here now. We're going to get all the circuitry built now for that part that runs these here in that kind of a cascaded way where it just sends the light signal in sequential order. And that's what's coming up next. So a test circuit set up here with the LEDs in here. This is the actual circuitry that I'm going to use for the other display, but I just have these LEDs in here right now temporarily just to check and see how this works. So I input a voltage here, a negative voltage to the input here. The first LED goes on, and then it goes right down through. And there's no false outputs here whenever I get a trigger in here. So that's working pretty good. Okay, so that's going to work fine for that part. At this point right here, I have just the display now all hooked up, wired together with the display circuitry. And all this is doing now is this is just running the LEDs in a sequential manner as an input comes into here. And we're going to go ahead and give this a test to make sure that everything's hooked up right. Okay, let's give it a test here. What I want to do now is check the rows and columns here. So I'll give an input here and make the red light come on down through here first. Okay, and the small red lights come down the first column, left hand side, go inside here, input. This should take the right side column now. Okay, there's the right side column working. Let's check the green lights on. That's the red lights. The red lights are on the back side, the green lights are on the front side. Now the green lights go in this direction. So I'll take an input here now, and this should be the left-hand column on the green lights going up on the left-hand column now, going up. Okay, the right-hand column going up, and these are quicker. Okay, so this is the right-hand column going up on the green lights. Okay, and that's working good. Okay, good. And that here would be the next one here. Now this would be the left-hand column going up on the lights. And there it is. Okay, so all that's doing now is all we're doing is checking to make sure that everything's hooked up. So all the LEDs are now hooked up to the transistors that are running them. And it's all now running in a sequential manner with capacitive, resistive, relaying the signal that way there. The next thing to do now is to start working on getting the incidents that take place, such as when the two lights come on at the same time, in green and red, then an incident would take place, such as sounds and lights and scoring and things like that, and that's what the game is all about. But right now we're just checking to make sure that the outputs are running properly here.